Hello, Sam from Sound on Sound magazine here. I'm at the Frankfurt Musikmesse with Dirk from Avid. Hello, Dirk.
Hi there.
Avid are using this show to showcase two new major additions to their Venue S6L range of live sound consoles. Tell us about the new mixers.
All right. Well, as you probably know, we've had the Venue S6L shipping now for about 2 years, and so this really represents a major expansion to our live sound platform. And so what we're announcing is actually 3 new surfaces, 1 new engine, and 2 new I/O. So 6 new components for this platform, and we call it the SXL Unified Live Sound Platform because, unlike most live sound families, we've, instead of kind of scaling the sound quality and the build quality and the capabilities, because we already have a modular architecture, you can match any surface with any engine and any I/O. And so what that means is 100% hardware compatibility, 100% software compatibility, the exact same sound quality throughout the line, 100% show file compatibility. And so what it really lets you do is say, okay, what are the requirements that I have for the surface? What are the requirements I have as far as the processing that I need? And then what are my I/O requirements? And basically just mix and match the components to build the perfect system.
So once the user has learned the platform, they can apply that across a wide range of scenarios.
Exactly, and and even going back to our highly successful, legacy venue products like the Profile or the D-Show, the venue software is exactly the same that it's always been. So even customers who have been mixing on Profile, let's say for the last 10 years, they come out to an SXL system and it's the exact same venue software interface, right? So you have that experience, even being able to load your old, venue Profile show files, for example. So it's really important for us, even bringing it forward from the old platform. It's like that users really felt comfortable, that the workflows are very similar, but then taking the technology and expanding on that, and obviously the sound quality being up to 96K now and having a completely new preamp design, and the processing capabilities are now scaled all the way up to supporting 192 inputs.
And at the other end of the scale, is this going to make the range a bit more accessible to people working in small venues, for example?
Absolutely. Well, so let me take you through kind of taking a little bit more depth what we are announcing. So what we see here, this is the SXL 48D. So this is a 48 fader control surface, really ideal for theater, broadcast workflows. We've already had the ability to have multi-operator workflows on here because every section can be selected and you can just work on the channels that are right in front of you. But having this kind of real estate in front of you, means that you're not stepping on each other's toes when you're actually working on it. So this is really great. You have a mixer, sound designer working together on, on a production, getting the show completely dialed in. But then the beauty of it is, then we have 2 other new control surfaces. We have a 24 fader S6L 24C surface, and then we also have the Venue S6L 16C, which is a 16 fader surface, compact, but again, you can connect that to the exact same engine, the exact same I/O. So you could be doing, let's say, for example, for a theater production, do all of your pre-production on here, your sound design, and then swap this out when it actually comes to showtime to reduce the footprint, the amount of seats that you're actually displacing, in the show, and and since you're mixing off of VCAs for the show anyway, move down to a 16 fader surface and be totally set. So in addition to the 3 new surfaces, we have a new engine. It's called the E6L 112. And so that is now coming in below the 2 current engines that we have. It has, offers 112 input processing channels, 48 buses, and costs about $10,000 less than our mid-level engine currently, which is the E6L 144. So basically brings that price point down, and 112 input processing channels, obviously plenty for most productions. And then in addition to that, we have 2 new I/O offerings. We have the Local 16, which expands the local I/O that is available to the desk, as well as the Stage 32, which uses the same I/O cards that our Stage 64 stage rack uses, but in a smaller form factor. So either to cost reduce, or if you need more flexibility in actually distributing your I/O on stage or around the venue, that you're able to do that.
Fantastic. So in terms of availability, when will these be available to buy?
So these are all operational right now. They're going to start shipping probably late Q3. Through the end of the year, and I think the biggest one here we're expecting to have be available at the beginning of 2019.
And as regards pricing, the entry price point for this
really
will
entry
be
price point. I mean, for kind of our ground level system, which is the 16 fader, the new E6L 112 engine, and and a stage 32 box, we're looking at probably around $40,000 to $45,000 list. And I want to mention one other thing, which is that about 3 weeks ago, we started shipping our Venue 5.7 software, and that is, the main feature in that software release was the Wave sound grid integration. So, up until now, we've been using MADI to interface with Wave sound grid servers, but now with the collaboration that we've had with Waves over the last 2 years. We have the deepest integration of any console now. So what that means is that we have a new option card for the engine, which is called the WSGHD card, which is our Wave Sound Grid option card. Offers 2 ports on it. You can run redundant Wave Sound Grid servers, which is a first in the industry. The software, the Venue software actually shows your Waves plugins. So that means Waves is fully integrated as far as into our Venue plugin rack. So it shows up right alongside your AX DSP plugins. And then finally, you have all of the parameters showing up directly on the desk. And it's not just a single touch and turn interface. It's actually that you have the full 32 knobs available to you. It's like for tweaking parameters, and and in the case of our legacy customers who were running, let's say, Waves plugins back on TDM-based Venue Profile and D-Show, those customers, if they have show files that have those Waves plugins on them, can walk up to any of our Venue, SXL desks, plug that in, and the Venue software will automatically take their TDM Waves plugins and remap them to the SoundGrid server with all the parameters already set up.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Dirk.
You're welcome. Thanks.